Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Wednesday, 6th of September 2023. This day is celebrated as National Read a Book Day. Once upon a time, a reader journey began with a book in hand and adventures unfolded within this its page. Let your imagination soar with every turn and enjoy the magic of reading. For some people, reading is their ultimate form of relaxation and fun. For others, reading can seem like a pit of core. No matter what category you fall into, we encourage you to embrace National Read a Book Day. Usually, it is simply about finding the right book for you, from memories to sci-fi. There are so many different types of books out there today, so use National Read a Book Day to find the perfect book for you to really get stuck into. Read on to discover everything that you need to know about the National Read Book a Day and the different ways that you can celebrate this date. The judicial landscape of India witnessed a crucial moment on this same day. In 1862, the Madras High Court was officially established, a significant stride in the realm of legal proceeding and justice. August 6, 1890 issued a chilling note in history with the first ever execution by electric chair. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper The Hindu states that Prime Minister Modi and President Biden to meet September 8, says White House. File photo of Prime Minister Modi and United States President Biden, the White House on September 5 confirmed that both the leaders will be holding bilateral talks on September 8, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that what is the agenda for special session of Parliament? India parties ask government. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge holding a meeting with the leaders of opposition parties to discuss the strategy for the upcoming special session of a Parliament in New Delhi on September 5, 2023. The Hindu newspaper also states that India and Bharat interchangeably can be used in official invitation, say legal experts. A senior Supreme Court advocate and Congress member Abhishek Singhvi said the fact is that the term Bharat and India can be used interchangeably, especially in a view of the authorized Hindi version of the Indian Constitution, but the government cannot stipulate that everyone use only one name. Either is permissible and usable interchangeably. Going towards the Indian Express newspaper states that India versus China is also Kutumbakam versus One Belt One Road. So while the Russia-Ukraine war was has polarized the G20 grouping for the last 9 months, India and China are negotiating on the text to put their own philosophical imprint on the final summit declaration. Chinese President Xi Jinping and Indian Prime Minister Mr. Modi. Indian Express also states that IIT Mandi punishes 72 students over ragging ring fences freshers. The 10 suspended students, including 3 student body office bearers who were responsible for organizing the freshers mixer and have since been stripped of their posts, have vacated their hostel rooms. The Indian Institute of Technology in Mandi, IIT Mandi, has banned interaction between the senior batch and the first year students for a whole semester and initiated disciplinary action against 72 students. IIT Mandi took action after investigation anonymous complaints regarding the event organized by the senior students on 11 August. Indian Express also states that UPI for G20 delegates to create a platform India to showcase digital infra. We obviously want to showcase our technological platforms to set up apart in the global south, but we also want the developed countries to take a look at them. A senior official from the Reserve Bank of India said the number of the transactions using CBDC peaked in July, which saw around 25,000 transactions. The Reserve Bank of India official said, however, the number of our August was lower given that the banks were focusing on making CBDC interoperable with the UPI, he added. Going towards the Hindustan Times newspaper states that negotiators from G20 states look to the narrow divergence on key issues. Negotiators from G20 states are focused on narrowing divergences on a range of issues, from India's signature initiatives such as digital public infrastructure to cutting the use of fossil fuels. During the discussions on a draft leaders' declaration, people familiar with the matter said. Negotiators from the G20 states are focused on narrowing divergences on a range of issues. The Sun Times also states that Article 370 hearing concludes Supreme Court reserves a verdict. Following a marathon hearing spanning over 16 days, the Supreme Court on Tuesday reserved its verdict in a clutch of petitions that have challenged the August 2019 abrogation of Article 370, which granted special status of Jammu and Kashmir and subsequent restructuring the state into two union territories. Many petitioners and also challenged the Jammu and Kashmir State Reorganization Act, by which the state was bifurcated into the two union territories with effect from October 30, 2019. Hindustan Times also states that deficient rains push sugar prices to 6-year high. Sugar prices rose to a 6-year high on a Tuesday amid concerns over a deficient of monsoon, but the government has maintained that there are sufficient stocks to meet demand during a festive season beginning next month when demand soars. India is the world's biggest consumer of sugar, which is tightly regulated by the government. Going towards the economy of the country, Finance Minister Mr. Nirmala Sitharaman flags crypto, drug mafia, and cyber threats to global financial ecosystem. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman inaugurated the Global FinTech Fest 2023 in Mumbai on 5 September. Pepperfry promotes co-founder Ashish Shah as CEO, raises $23 million. Credit market on course to grow to $350 billion by year end, Vivek Joshi. Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikant Das committed to bring down inflation to 4%, watchful of price risks. Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikant Das speaks at the Delhi School of Economics Diamond Jubilee, a distinguished lecture in New Delhi on September 5, 2023. Going towards the world news, including Meta to drop Facebook news tape in some European countries. Saudi Arabia plan to extend 1.3 million barrel day oil cut through the end of the year. Myanmar won't be allowed to lead Association of the Southeast Asian Nations in 2026 in blow to generals. Turkey and Greece agree to revive talks and seek a new approach to resolve decades-old disputes. Israeli ban on Gaza exports deal blows long-suffering economy. Nikki Haley has a playbook for winning tough races, but 2024 is different. Going towards the science and technology, India was a tree planting laboratory for 200 years. Here are the results. Allowing forests to regenerate on their own has been a champion as a strategy for reducing planet heating carbon in the atmosphere, while also boosting biodiversity. The benefits of ecosystems offer and even the fruitfulness of livelihoods. Sahara space rock 4.5 billion years old appends assumptions about the early solar system. In May 2020, some unusual rocks containing distinctive greenish crystals were found in the Urgcheshan Sea in the dune-filled region of the Sahara Desert in the southern Algeria. On close inspection, the rocks turned out to be the from outer space, lumps of rubble billions of years ago, left over from the dawn of the solar system. Images are only representation. China to launch new $40 billion state fund to boost chip industry. The new state bank fund aims to raise 300 billion yuan $41 billion, outdoing similar funds in 2014 and 2019. At last, there's a famous quotation said by Gautam Buddha, whose full name is Siddhartha Gautama, most commonly referred to as the Buddha, was a wandering ascetic and a religious teacher who lived in the South Asia during the 6th or 5th century BCE and founded Buddhism. He says a famous quotation says that you will not be punished for your anger. You will be punished by your anger. Okay, thank you.